the Evergreen Media Network Studios, brought to you by Evergreen Media, creating cohesive marketing campaigns. Evergreen Media in Vero Beach.
Treasure Coast Connector, connecting residents and businesses of the Treasure Coast. And here's your host, Ellen Contreras.
Welcome to Treasure Coast Connector. I'm your host, Ellen Contreras. Treasure Coast Connector is the talk show, an online community where we put a spotlight on interesting local businesses and resources, then connect them to you, the consumers in the community. Everyone has an interesting story of why they do what they do. When we learn about what's happening in our own backyard and support local businesses and nonprofits, we strengthen our local economy. For details on the show, links to discounts, promos, past interviews, check out www.tcconnector.com. So now, nonprofit organizations, they not only enrich our lives, but they offer services that restore hope. They offer services and restore hope that change lives. Let me get that straight. And they do so much good in the community where they're working mostly with volunteers and small budgets, but their impact is inspirational. Joining me in the studio today is Janet Mafucci, and she is the president of Impact 100 St. Lucie. She's here to talk about all that her organization does to support other nonprofits, and joining her is Greg Smith. He is the executive director of Mustard Seed Ministries, and his organization was the benefit of this amazing grant award over the weekend. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Gosh, I hope I got that right. I'm going to have to raise the text size on my notes. Sorry about that. But before we start talking about your respective organizations, I'm going to start. Is it, Greg, is it okay if I start with ladies first with this question?
Yes, please do.
Wonderful. So before we go into the details of Impact 100 St. Lucie, what prompted you to enter the world of nonprofits and this organization?
I've always been interested in helping others. I have always felt I've been very lucky in my life, and I wanted to help those who are not as fortunate. I had a friend who was trying to get me interested in Impact 100, and I was hesitant because I had my list of favorite charities that my money went to. And my husband, not even knowing that I was thinking about this, said to me one night, you know, instead of giving piddly little amounts to different charities, why don't you just pick one and give a substantial amount? And I said, you know, you're right. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. And that's how I got into Impact 100 St. Lucie.
I love that story. So that's wonderful. And we'll learn more about what you do there. So Greg Smith, Mustard Seed Ministries, the executive director. How about you? What made you pick Mustard Seed and then want to work in the nonprofit world?
Yes. Well, thank you for the question. But I grew up on a farm. We learned hard work reaps benefits. And we also learned the farming, ranching community that you take care of each other. So when one's barn gets blown down or burns up, everyone goes out and helps. So that kind of started it, based from a good family that taught those values as well. As I worked in the restaurant business, later into the medical field, I saw a lot of people that simply couldn't afford the basic necessities of life. And that really tugged at my heart. In hospital, I got into population health, and that put me into opportunity to join Mustard Seed. And I just thoroughly enjoy every day helping people. And it's great to help people that you know aren't going to help you back. Oh, yeah. And so that's the giving the essentials or basics of life.
I love that very much. Okay, so now, Janet, if you could give us a brief overview of Impact 100 St. Lucie, like how it got its start, just a little overview.
It got its start when one of our organizing members, Chris Adams, read an article about Impact 100, which is a national organization. And she started talking to other women about it, and they started talking to other women, and suddenly there was a small group that said we should have this in St. Lucie County. And that's how they started, and this was late 2017.
Oh, wow.
We gave our first award out in 2019. We had 121 members at that point. And we were about to give our award out in 2020 when COVID hit, and we wound up pooling the money that we had collected and giving it out, several small grants out to about 13 different nonprofits just to help them keep going during COVID.
Yeah.
In 2021, our numbers declined because a lot of women had lost their jobs or were supporting other family members because of COVID, and we had 70 members. In 2022, we had 74. This year, we have 81, and we are in process of our new membership drive, and we're hoping to get back to 100 members this year.
I think that you're going to exceed it. And you know why? Because now you're on iHeartRadio, you're on a bunch of podcasts, you have a video, and I'm just going to point to the camera and I'm going to tell them this is a very worthwhile organization. You're going to have 125 in a few months. I'm just saying.
I hope you're right.
Throw that gauntlet down for all the generous leadership women in the community.
They'll have to rebrand, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Impact
100 plus, Impact 100 plus St. Lucie. I'm just a little plus sign.
Well, you know, in Martin County and in Indian River County, they have several hundred members. I think one of them, has over 400 and the other has over 500 members. So, yeah, we can have Impact 100 plus St. Lucie County. I would love it.
Yes.
Very good. So now the Impact 100, the 81 women, you know, at the Oscars, you can't possibly say thank you to everyone, right? So we can't name all the 81 ladies that are a part of this, but you want to brag about them a little bit. So what are these 81 ladies doing that is so significant?
We have a number of different women. We have attorneys. We have ladies in the medical profession. We have a number of realtors. We have some homemakers. We have
retirees, right?
A lot of retirees. The one thing about retirees is if you have an IRA and you have to take your required minimum distribution.
The RMD, I know about that.
The RMD, you can take that $1,100 that we ask for out of the RMD and it's not taxed. So that's a little benefit if you are over, I think it's the age of 73 at this point when you have to take your RMD.
Yep.
But we have a lot of wonderful, wonderful women who are working also in nonprofits, helping others, volunteers in the community. We pride ourselves on the fact that we're a very diverse group. St. Lucie County has a very diverse population, and our membership reflects that diversity. We're very proud of that.
Yeah, and each lady puts $1,100 in that pool.
Yes.
Yep.
$1,000 of that goes directly to the grant.
Okay.
The other $100 goes to the Community Foundation Martin St. Lucie. They are our fiscal agent. They they manage all of the money. They do all of the paperwork, all the administration, and we couldn't do what we do without them. They are a godsend to us.
I love that so much. Guess what I'm going to do, Cindy? I want to take a break right now because I want to talk about this amazing event, right? But I don't want to get it interrupted by a commercial break, and then we're going to hear more about you, Greg. So stay tuned. We will be right back.
Waves Auto Spa, known as Vero's fastest and finest. A car wash known for their quality equipment and attention to detail by a friendly and courteous staff. Waves offers soft cloth technology, and a top-notch detail center will help preserve the value of your car. Waves now offers windshield chip repair, and in most cases, it doesn't cost you a dime. Spend less time and get a better quality experience for you and your car at Waves Auto Spa, US 1 Vero Beach, across from Kmart Plaza. Open 7 days a week.
It's time to call Easy Brew Coffee and Bottled Water Service and learn just how much you can save and how convenient it is to have your coffee and bottled water delivered right to your home or office. In addition to water coolers, Easy Brew offers individual bottles of water in 8 or 16-ounce bottles. No more lugging it home or dragging it into the office. Serving the Treasure Coast for over 2 decades, 2 letters, 1 simple name. Easy for Easy Brew. Visit e-zbrew.com or call 800-792-3285. Easy Brew.
The Port St. Lucie High School Drama Department presents Footloose the Musical. The show is packed with hits such as Footloose, Let's Hear It for the Boy, Almost Paradise, and Holding Out for a Hero. Footloose features a cast of 50 performers and a live orchestra. The show runs January 25th through February 4th. Tickets are available now at Perkins Restaurant in Port St. Lucie, Vivid Salon and Spa in St. Lucie West, and Joy's Ice Cream in Fort Pierce. See why 250,000 people have seen one of our performances. More details at pslhsdrama.com.
Vendors, come be a part of the Downtown Country Hoedown, a big old gathering of folks with a hankering for what you're selling. We've got space for you, vendors. We've got live music with Nashville recording artist Thomas Tillman, plus midway games, a mechanical bull, line dancing, beer, food contest, and prizes. All we're missing is you. Vendors, join us at the Downtown Country Hoedown Black Friday, November 24th at 6 p.m. in downtown Vero Beach. Contact egreenmedia.com.
Welcome back to Treasure Coast Connector. I'm your host, Ellen Contreras, and I've been chatting with Janet Mafucci of Impact 100 St. Lucie and Greg Smith of Mustard Seed Ministries about this amazing award, the work that you guys do, and this award. Okay, so now let's talk about the most exciting event that took place over the weekend. Share with us what this event was.
It really is a very exciting event. It is when we announced the winner of our grant for the year. This year we had an $80,000 grant to give out. We had 3 finalists, all excellent finalists. One is a Health Access Network, which was a collaboration between the Hands Clinic and the United Against Poverty at the UP Center. Mm-hmm. The other finalist was the Inner Truth Project, and the third was Mustard Seed Ministries. The women who are members are the ones who vote. The ones who could not be at the brunch get to vote online. I think on Wednesday, the online voting was open for them. Mm-hmm. And it was open until early Saturday morning. So they got a lot of information to try and make their decision. And then at the award itself, the members who were there, and I think we had 48 members there, they listened to presentations. Each finalist gets 7 minutes to present their program.
Oof, yeah.
And which goes very, very quickly for them. And then the members vote right on the spot, and the announcement is made.
Wow. So when you got that announcement, Greg, what was that like?
Oh, it was a godsend. I can tell you. St. Lucie County is really struggling right now with people being evicted. We've talked already about people during COVID losing jobs, kind of moving on, doing a lot of things. Some of those waves are still in the county. And so people haven't recovered. And this year, I think there was going to be about an average of about 2,200 people evicted. So that's what our entire grant was about, so we can go in and help those people not be evicted. So when we heard that we had won, it was just glorious. We loved that.
That's wonderful. So now, before we started the show, you were explaining that your nonprofit has a total of 17 different programs. And what I really want for those that are listening on iHeartRadio and the podcast is to hear what your website is, any contact information that you want to give so that people can go in and learn about all the ways in which you help the community and, you know, how they can help you.
The best way for us is to go at mustardseedslc.org, and that's for St. Lucie County. So again, mustardseedslc.org. Then they can see all of our services. We have 17. We really take care of the essentials that a person needs to live, and paying rent and mortgage, helping people with that. Food is a big part of what we do for people. and then also some of our utilities and things like that. So we really have a lot of programs, and the best way is to go. There's a contact email there, or you can call our basic number at 772-465-6021 to be able to get assistance.
And then for those that are looking to help you, are you looking for donations, volunteers, physical items? This is your ask. This is your chance.
Yeah. Right now, because Thanksgiving is coming up, and then soon after that, the Christmas and other holidays, we would really love donations. We need that. A lot of times people don't realize that it takes money to keep the lights on at our location, to pay the people that work for us. We have about 16 employees. We have about 160 to 170 volunteers.
Wow.
So once they go on the website, there will be a donate button, and I think there's a couple of buttons there, but you'll see when we activate one, and we use PayPal as a way for us to be able to receive the money. But donations are definitely helpful. I believe that we served about 8,000 people a holiday or Thanksgiving meal last year. This year we project around 9,000, maybe a little bit more than that.
Wow.
Everyone gets a nice Thanksgiving dinner. And then for the upcoming end of the year, there's a really push to help families, toys and other things for the families. So we could certainly use some help with that.
Okay, perfect. So now I would love to put the spotlight on you for your ask, because I know that a lot of people are interested in that when they hear shows like this. What can they do? So please share your contact information with those that are listening, and then how people can help you as well.
Okay, there are various ways to contact us. One is to go to our website, which is www.impact100, the number 100, SL for St. Lucie.org. So impact100sl.org. We also are on Facebook. You can look us up on Facebook. You can contact me directly. My phone number is 914-424-6728. And my email is Mrs. J. Fooch, F as in Frank, OOCH, @gmail.com.
Yeah, I liked that email because last name Mafucci. You know, I'm from New York, so I got to say it like that. I'm like, Mrs. J. Fooch, how cute. I love that email, but very good. And then, so for those that are listening, what if they said, you know, I can't do $1,100 a year, but I have a little bit. Like, explain how they can, like, what they can do.
We can always use donations. And in fact, I'd like to give a shout out to Susan Roberto, whose donation is actually financing this podcast right now.
Thank you. Thank you.
But we can always use donations to our operating fund. What we really would like to do, one of my big goals, is to just get our name better recognized. I go to events very often, and I'll say to people, have you heard of us? And they say no. So if you think we are an interesting enough group, and if you think you have some friends who might be interested in hearing about us, please tell them about us. Tell them what we do. Tell them we are basically a women's giving circle. It is $1,100 to join. And we are obviously looking for more members, but just get our name out there and get us better known in the community.
Very good. So yeah, the studio audience, which is the production engineer, Cindy, has a question. So now, say you don't have to be St. Lucie. This was my question, because a lot of people that are watching this are maybe from Vero or Martin County. And my question to you was, if there are ladies here in Vero that have the 1,100, can they be a part?
Well, as I said,
Thank you, Cindy.
Thank you, Cindy. As I said to you, Ellen, we do not discriminate based on address. You can live anywhere. I have my cousin and a friend who they both live in New York, and they're both members of Impact 100 St. Lucie. So no, there's no residential limit. Anyone can join.
Okay.
And we also have a volunteering component. to what we do. We call it Give Back Saturdays, and one Saturday a month we volunteer at different nonprofits in the area. We volunteer at CareBag, at Habitat for Humanity, at Graceway Village, and at the Food Bank. Anyone can join us for those volunteer days, whether it be a member or a friend. We also have socials. Our socials are posted on our website and our Facebook page. If anyone would just like to get together and meet some of the women who are part of Impact 100 St. Lucie, they're more than welcome to join us.
Okay, I like the give back. I'm social. Okay, that's fair. I'm glad that you mentioned that. And another question I had
Come
for
join
you.
us.
Yeah, that would be a lot of fun. And I could bring a girl tourage. I like to travel with friends and stuff. Okay, so now for those nonprofits, because we talked about this, that we don't know the number of the nonprofits in St. Lucie County, but there are a lot of them. But for those that haven't heard about this grant opportunity, what is the application process like? What is it,
The application process is usually the very beginning of July, because our membership drive goes from July 1st to June 30th. And the first week of July, letters are sent out. Actually, I guess they're emails these days, not letters, to the nonprofits in the area, just letting them know that the grant process is starting. We ask anyone who is interested in applying to fill out a letter of intent, which is a shorter application. We have a grant review committee of 10 to 12 women. We go through all of the letters of intent. We decide which projects are most feasible, and those nonprofits are asked to complete the full application, which is very, very lengthy.
Okay.
Very lengthy. After that process, Greg can attest to that. After the applications are in, the grant review committee again looks at all of the applications. We come together and we decide which ones will go on to semifinalist stage. Semifinalists get site visits. We go and we visit the nonprofit to see what they're doing and find out what they want to do with the grant. And then from there, again, the committee gets together and we come up with 3 finalists. And then the membership votes on the 3 finalists.
Wow. That's wonderful. So now we're almost out of time. I can't believe it. But so you know what I think I'd like for you to do a second time is just give your contact information again. I think that is worth repeating.
Okay.
Stuttering here. So we'll start with you.
Okay. So Impact 100 webpage is www.impact100sl.org. My email address is Mrs. J. Fooch, Fooch, @gmail.com. And my number, which I always answer, is 914-424-6728.
Okay. And Greg, how about you?
Our website is mustardseedslc.org. My email address is gsmith@mustardseedslc.org. And I would like to invite people to come out and see our operations, do a walkthrough. We have a tour. We used to call it the nickel tour. Now with inflation, we call it the 12-cent tour.
Okay.
But I'd love for people to come out and actually see what we do, because I believe once they see that, they'll see the benefit and value in supporting us long term.
Absolutely.
I love that.
And that's brilliant. Even the socials is also another good way for women to get to know each other. And then I'm sure you've had people become a part of you that way, your organization. Do you believe it? 1 minute. Okay, so one very quick question. So if someone like Greg and Mustard Seed won this year, can they reapply at some point down the road? Is there
down the road?
Okay.
4 years. They have to go 3 years without applying.
Okay.
So they won in 2023. They can reapply in 2027.
Okay. All right. Very good. And so with that, I just wanted to say thank you so very much for being a part of this. I love putting a spotlight on the work that the nonprofits do in the community as well as the businesses, because you are both in the business of helping others.
Thank you for having us. I really appreciate
Yes,
it.
thank you very much.
Yep.
And thanks to Impact 100.
Yeah, and thanks to your friend, and thank you for everyone that's listening and watching. My name is Ellen Contreras, the host of Treasure Coast Connector. I hope you have a safe, wonderful, productive week, and until next week, I miss you already.